So I stopped. It's like, okay, I just don't need it. But there's a point where I go, look, I need to focus on reaching my goals, document it, and it doesn't matter. If 5,000 people come in under my stuff and say 0, 0, 0 on the overhead, hell, I just get paid for it.
So Blaha has to reach his goals, but he's never reached his goals. His goals have never been reached because those goals, you're in reality, in the real world, they don't allow you to reach your goals. It's just something you're imagining, like Blaha. Many people imagine these things. There are specific things you're doing to reach specific, you could say, specific goals, but Blah is not doing any of that. That's why I'm saying in this video he's never reaching his goals because he doesn't shoot for that. See, Blah said in his videos, my goal is to build as many myofibrils as I can. But he never says that. So that is not his goal. So what is his goal? Well, he says power. He's a power lifter, right? So recruiting motor units, but you will always have the same motor units to the day you die. So you can recruit them to get better. They're there for you to get better at lifting something because your body is your muscles are post-mitotic. They do not grow muscles. They do not build muscles. So you can't increase your strength to lift a sofa by increasing your muscle because muscle is post-mitotic. See what I mean? So your body, what it does is because there's a reason for that. It's protected from building muscle. So it gives you neural drive. So people misconstrued. They think, well, I got stronger because I got better at lifting something because I got more motor units, but you never got physically stronger. You understand me? You got better at lifting because you can't produce kinetic force because you're not bigger. You didn't grow any more muscle. You didn't grow any muscle. Now, hold on a second. That doesn't sorry about that. Fuck, man, this always happens. That doesn't preclude that you can't build myofibrils. In other words, you can't build density in the muscle. You can build contractile proteins, which will give you kinetic force. You'll be able to produce kinetic force, more kinetic force than anybody else out there. That will also increase your natural strength because the motor units have somewhere to proliferate. See what I mean? So you're going to be naturally stronger. In other words, if you were to go away for long periods of time and you maintain the contractile proteins by being in, pretty much positive nitrogen balance throughout your lifetime, you can really maintain these myofibrils. And you'll always have that strength will always be there. See what I mean? It'll always be there. Of course, unless you've got sick eating peasant slave food diets, cause you some kind of neurological disease, or you're injecting these, shots, booster things, whatever from the government, whatever. You're doing weird things to your body, okay? And eating really toxic food and doing shit that's going to destroy your neural drive and your mitochondria, make you mitochondrial dysfunctional, stuff like that. Or, whatever. But overall, it should last you forever if you're on your normal animal diet, all right? You should be fine. But Blaha, look at him. Does he look like he's reached any of his goals? He says he's bodybuilding, but he's not bodybuilding. He didn't build any sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, and he's not building any myofibrillar growth. So what exactly is Blaha doing here? You really have to question everything, what you're doing. In this world, you have to question, why are you doing what you're doing? And you definitely don't want to waste your life away doing something that is frivolous and vexatious. Get it? Yeah, man. I'll see you in the next video, man. Let's watch a little bit more of this.
So why don't let it bother me? Just train. I know I need to get my overhead back, and I know unless I train overhead, I'm not going to get that range of motion restored.
So if he doesn't train overhead, he's not going to get that range of motion restored. Why does it need restoring?
Same thing with the pull-ups. Doesn't matter if people don't like it. Just go into a dead hang on the reps and just keep going.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Not like my lats don't grow. So just get in and do it. So then because, again, the tricep lock.
It's not like my lats don't grow. Why would they grow? Muscles are post-mitotic. What would make them grow? You can only hypertrophy muscles. You can hypertrophy them. But they will not grow.
out, and I decided to go really hard on the bands today, and I'm not doing any bands on the off days. I'm not doing any triceps. I'm like, so if I go kind of hard on this at the end.
The question is this: what hypertrophies muscle? Well, two things can hypertrophy it. When it comes to sarcoplasmic, glycogen will hypertrophy it. Now, when it comes to myofibrillar growth, protein synthesis outpaces protein breakdown. Yeah, positive nitrogen balance will build those contractile proteins will build up. But if you don't have those two, then you're just wasting your time exercising yourself. Now it's just neural drive. You're kind of like recruiting neural drive because your body says, you know what? We don't build muscles, bro. Okay, it's to protect you. It's for protection purposes.
Let it heal. Leave it alone. Don't do anything for triceps on the off days. No overhead pressing. No, we can do the med ball throws. We can do all that stuff on those days. Okay.
Yeah, you could do the med ball, throw this, that. For what purpose? Does it give you pleasure? I'd rather throw a basketball in a hoop and have fun outside in the summertime or whatever than do that.
So just leave them alone, and that'll let me get away with this. So I push.
This doesn't give me pleasure. There's no pleasure in this. There's no pleasure in this at all whatsoever. So you just look at him. He's frivolous. Yeah. He created the physique of his dreams. Look at the physique of his dreams. Look at him. The physique of his dreams. Yeah, he's bodybuilding now. So he got fat and he got skinny. That's all. He's completely deteriorated. What you're looking at is a deteriorated human being. It's not age. Again, I'll explain this. Age doesn't exist in nature. If you believe that, you understand? If you believe that, here's the thing. You're creating the deterioration with the peasant slave food diet you've been eating and cooking your food, but you just don't realize it. And then you equate it as being age. Oh, I'm aging. Why are you aging? Oh, because it's not because, oh, I know. It's not because you're eating toxic food, right? Drinking toxic coffee, poison, alcohol, smoking, doing shit all day, eating peasant slave food diet full of toxins, and cooking your food, ingesting broken DNA. No, that's not the reason why you're aging. You're aging because it's a natural process. But the funny thing is, in nature, aging doesn't exist. Only deterioration and regeneration exist in science. If you read science, science will tell you that the only thing that exists is deterioration and regeneration. Yeah. So age doesn't exist. It's a number you're marking on a calendar. But even calendars don't exist in nature. You're just living one long day. You don't realize that. Age doesn't exist in nature. Animals, they die when they die. That's all. You get it? You got a biological clock one day and then you die. But age doesn't exist out there. But you equate age with deterioration. Now, then people equate regeneration, again, with age. They go, well, look at, he doesn't look his age. So what is he then? I don't know. He hasn't really completely deteriorated. Get it? Compared to another. Look, when they do a study of these two twins, they put two twins side by side, right? And they go, look at this one twin that, the epigenetic change, they call it epigenetics. Your epigenetics have changed, okay? It could be passed on to generationally, okay? But it has changed your epigenetics. How? Because one twin partaked in more of the slave food and partying and drinking alcohol, doing shit. The other one didn't really totally partake in doing that. Still ate some, peasant slave food diet, whatever. But when they put them side by side, you notice the other one is missing some hair. It looks more deteriorated. But the other twin looks more regenerated. Now you understand the difference? Yeah, man. So there is no such thing as age. There's just deterioration. And you should not be proud presenting your deterioration on YouTube. If you're deteriorating, I don't think it's a good thing for people to present their deterioration. People are not impressed with people that can deteriorate themselves faster than they can regenerate. Now, It is more impressive to people online when they see you and you're able to regenerate. That's why they're impressed with the looks maxing community in these channels. Now, the primal channels where they show how they regenerate and they look youthful, younger, they look better. But Blaha is just a degenerating fool. And the people that watch him are just as stupid as he is because they're degenerates. Get it? They're degenerates. Degenerating like him. You understand me? It is not impressive. People are not impressed. I don't know. Maybe this will get through to people or it won't. I don't know. I'll see you in the next one. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. This is pure degeneration, dude.